What's up, everybody? This is Matthew. Thank you for checking into the YouTube channel and happy Friday. Hey, by the way, are you aware of what is happening at Target these days? Target, one of the most popular stores, grocery stores, family stores that there is in America, probably running right next to Walmart, I would imagine. Man, are they going aggressive with the LGBTQ marketing? And it's not even June yet. June, of course, being Pride Month. You know, it used to be in Western society, especially here in America, we would order our lives based around certain high points of the year. You had New Year's, you had Easter, you had Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Now it is Pride Month all year round, and the companies are just throwing this stuff in your face. It's so aggressive and so hostile. Target seems to be really, really leaning into this. In fact, they have this marketing thing going on right now for queerism in the Target stores. And honestly, I didn't even believe that it would be in my local store. I thought maybe they're just talking about San Francisco or something like that on one of the coasts. And so I went to my own local Target just to see if it was true. And I took some pictures that I want to share with you in this particular video here, just so you're aware of what is happening in your Target. And I would challenge you to go check out your Target as well, see if they're doing it there too. Okay, so let's look at this. Now, these are pictures that I took with my own camera. Okay, you walk in the store and boom, the very first display you get hit with is this queerism, this pride display, this LGBTQ plus pride display. You have these mannequins and they're coming right at you. It's almost aggressive in posture. It's almost like you're standing in the way of a pride parade that is going to walk right over you. That's kind of the idea here with this display. So we've got queer, queer, queer. Now, listen, I understand, and I think everybody does, that in any given society, you're going to have a range of opinions and a range of patterns of behavior, and you're always going to have people on the fringes that do really weird and bizarre things, perverse things, dark things, but usually they're out in the corners of society. They kind of hide what they're doing. They don't really disclose it to the public. But now what's so strange is it's all so in your face. I used to remember when people accused Christians of, quote, shoving it down your throat. Well, now who's shoving what down whose throat, man? This is aggressive posture on the part of Target. And I'm going to show you how dark this actually goes. It's not just a rainbow display for June Pride Month. It's something a little bit more nefarious and dark than that. So the next thing you see, besides these mannequins that are basically stomping you down, is that this setup Pride March is also coming at you with children. So right next to the adult mannequins that are confronting you as you walk in the store, you have this child. Now, notice this here. It just says be kind, right? Now, who's against kindness? Okay, nobody's against kindness. Everybody loves kindness. Kindness and goodness and neighborliness. These, of course, are virtues here, but there's a kind of kindness here that we're talking about. And the idea here is that your children need to be marching forward lockstep with the adults as they aggressively foist this LGBTQ, what I call the perversity agenda, against anybody, stomping over anyone who is going to try to hold the line of what used to be normalcy. So let's just look at some of the products here. You've got queer, queer, queer. Again, pride coming right at you here. I've got these cards here. I'm so happy that you're queer. Again, I took these with my own phone. This isn't, you know, something that somebody saw in a San Francisco Target. It's right here. Now, this is where it gets really gross, and the trans agenda becomes also apparent here. So look at this, tuck-friendly construction. What in the world? Extra crotch coverage. Why? What is going on here? Listen, if I have to explain tucking to you, please don't make me explain that to you. I really don't hope I don't have to do that. But this is what's coming at you, and it's coming at your teenagers, and it's coming at children, especially here. Now, I don't understand why this has to incorporate the youngest among us, but all the way down to little ones here. Look at this. This is a onesie. This is a onesie. They want your kids, your children, your little ones to be propagandized alongside everybody else. So here we have this pride-based onesie, and we have queer tarot cards alongside this. So spiritual overtones, dark, demonic, spiritual, Wiccan type overtones here. Here's another one. These pants right here that you're looking at, you can't really tell on the screen, but these are about this big. They're yay big. These are for toddlers. They want toddlers wearing this stuff too. Now you say, okay, well, what is the root of all of this aggressively hostile, sexually overt, progressive perversity agenda? Well, let's go to the designer itself. This is a company that Target has agreed to work with here. They're called APPAREL UK. Now, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right because I don't know much about this particular designer here, other than to say the very designs that you're seeing in Target store, they have been purchased and acquired from this particular designer. Again, APPAREL UK. So let's have a look at some of the stuff on their Instagram here, because I think this is all too transparent and revealing as to what the ideological basis is for this. So let's get into some of these posts here. Trans witches for abortion. All right. Okay. There's a couple that I really want to show to you here. I think you're going to be shocked at what Target is actually doing. Make more gay horror movies, apparently. All right. Anti-Christmas foyer? Is that what it says? Satanic flea market? Yikes. And then there's one more here that I really want to show you. Satan respects pronouns. Now, when we click on this, here's where we really get a little bit of an education about what APPAREL UK believes. It says this: Satan loves you and respects who you are. You're important and valuable in this world, and you deserve to treat yourself with love and respect. LGBT plus people are so often referred to as being a product of Satan or going against God's will, so fine, we'll hang with Satan instead. It says, the Satanists don't actually believe in Satan. He's merely used as a symbol of passion, pride, and liberty. He means to you what you need him to mean. So for me, Satan is hope, compassion, equality, and love. So naturally, Satan respects pronouns. He loves all LGBT plus people. And then he goes on to explain a little bit more about his satanic ideology. So there you go. That's who Target is working with, an overtly and obviously satanic designer to bring the message of the evil one to the minds and perhaps even for your children to wear on their physical bodies. Is that what you signed up for when you went into your Target store to get your groceries? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's have a little bit of a look here at Target's valuation as a company. Okay, so they're in the spotlight right now. A lot of people are talking about this. Some people love it. Some people are very concerned with this. I happen to be on the side that thinks this is all too concerning. So look at their stock today. Now, this is live as I'm recording here on Friday morning. Stock down today. Let's have a look at the 5-day trend. Down, down, down. Let's have a look at 1 month. Now, here's where the satanic imagery began to hit the stores and people started talking about these things. People were concerned. They don't want their children wearing tuck-friendly swimsuits to the beach this summer. They don't want their children wearing satanic imagery as they go back to school next fall. And so Target is getting hit pretty hard here over the past month, especially beginning May 17th. Let's look at the 6-month here. Now, they've been up and down. Stocks go up and down. We all recognize that. They hit a high point here in February, up and down a little bit. But man, there's that roller coaster where the train goes straight downhill. So Target, is this really what you want to do? Do you really want to ostracize normal, everyday people that don't want this aggressive sexuality just forced at their children? So Target appears to be having what we might call now the Bud Light moments, wherein the people have said, I've had enough. I don't want this. We don't want this in our families. We don't want this agenda smushed in our nose and pushed in our face all the time. It's too much. It's too much. Now, let's have a look at Anheuser-Busch. Speaking of the Bud Light moment, this is really interesting too. Again, let's look at the day. Okay, so they've been up and down today. Things are just getting rolling though. It's still Friday morning. 5-day period, down, down, down. 1 month, down, down, down. 6-month, and you can put a pin right where the Dylan Mulvaney controversy began, right about here. This is where Bud Light partnered up with Dylan Mulvaney, who's this overly aggressive, just sensationalized transgender individual again, just wanting to smush all of his gender stereotypes of women and transgender aggressivism right in the face. And Bud Light apparently thought that was a good idea, that this is the moment for this. But the base, the consumer base said, no, we don't want this. This is too much. It's too aggressive, and we're getting tired of it. So what can the average person do? Well, it is Pride Month. June is coming up. We're at the end of May here. I'm not a big boycott person. I don't call for boycotting every single product whenever they do something I don't like, because, of course, my opinions are going to be pretty different from most people, most companies. I'm a conservative, Bible-believing, Reformed, Calvinistic, evangelical preacher. And so my view is going to be different from the company that makes, my jeans or my shoes or my cars, or puts the bananas into the grocery cart at the grocery store. So you can't just boycott everybody. But I do think if a company is going to smush it in your face, and they're going to get so aggressive and so hostile to normalcy, so anti-American, anti-Christian, anti-family, they're just going to throw this at you, and they're going to push it in the face of your children and your little ones, that it is time for people to say no. So what I would suggest is that you kindly think and pray perhaps about boycotting Target for the month of June. I realize we need family stores, we need grocery stores, we need department stores, things like this. We got to get shoes, clothes, and food on the tables. But there is a time to say, no, we've had enough, we're done with this, and maybe that time for Target is right now. Thanks for checking into this channel. I do love you lots, and we'll talk to you later.